Gossip, the Guild of Students news programme where we give you the goings on in and around the University of Birmingham campus. I'm Lola Lawal.
And I'm Rachel Rogers. In this episode, we're going to have a look back over the past year at some of the big stories that have been on Gossip. For example, the Carnage UK and Carnival Rag disputes, as well as some of the sporting headlines.
But first, there's no denying that this has been a rollercoaster year for British politics, with the Brown Report being a source of major controversy for many students. Here's what happened when our reporter Felicity Cross went to cover the protest at the campus.
I'm standing outside of the library at the University of Birmingham, and as you can see behind me, the students are out in protest against the Lord Brown review that has been published today. In the report, Lord Brown states that he wishes for a cap to be removed off of tuition fees, which could see some institutions charging as much as £12,000 a year. Now, obviously, the students are outraged about this, and so the question we want to ask is, would it have affected their decision to go to this university?
The result of this will be is that if you're rich, you'll be able to afford to go to a good university. If you've got no money at all, then you'll have to go to a university where you don't want to go to, where you don't merit going to as well.
But it certainly brings in another factor, which I feel is wrong, that your choice of university is now about, okay, well I can afford that one, so I might go there, but I can't afford that one, so I'm not going to go there.
I'm kind of seeing us as the lucky generation, whereas before I saw the lucky generation as the ones who didn't pay at all. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my kids won't be going to uni.
The students took their protest on a march through Chancellor Square. Other features of the Brown Review state that a levy should be placed on institutions charging over £6,000 per year, that graduates begin paying back their loan when earning £21,000 a year, and the time length graduates have to pay off their loan before it is waived is set to increase from 25 to 30 years. We interviewed some members of the Guild of Students Sabbatical Officer team to gain their opinion on the proposals and the student reaction today.
I was just so delighted to see so many students here supporting the issue, but I think on a serious note it really does show how passionately students feel about it, and these students, they won't be the ones affected by fees, and the fact that they've even come out today when it's not them being affected, I think shows how strongly students in general feel about the issue and how strongly they feel that universities should be accessible to all and not just based on people's ability to pay.
I think it's preposterous that fees being uncapped could allow a free market situation where fees could go up to £7, £7,000 up to £9,000, £12,000 in a free market situation. I mean, not allowing people to come to university because they're not from an affluent background is something we've really got to make a stance against.
Well, currently the situation is that for 25 years you have debt, so they've actually increased the year count by 5 years. So when they reply that this is a fairer system for students, you're actually paying a considerably higher amount of money per month for a longer period of time, and they're increasing the interest rates commercially. So the amount of debt you're going to graduate with is significantly more, even though it's for a fixed amount of time. That debt amount is still significantly higher.
As we've seen, the students are unanimously united against the Lord Brown review. Whether the coalition government chooses to listen to the student opinion, however, remains to be seen. This is Felicity Cross reporting for Gossip.
Another story which hit the headlines in 2010 for Gossip was the dispute between Carnival Rag and Carnage UK. Carnival Rag being Birmingham's charity organisation and Carnage UK being the profit countrywide bar crawl. Sarah Forward has investigated how antisocial behaviour on Carnage UK has affected Carnival Rag.
In the year 2000, the University of Birmingham established its Raising and Giving Society, known today as Carnival Rag. Over the past year, the society has raised over £53,000 for multiple charities across Birmingham. However, in the past few months, its charitable reputation has been tarnished. Carnage UK was founded in 2007 by several Birmingham graduates who took Birmingham Carnival Rag's charity bar called Carnage and passed it off as their own. However, unlike Carnival Rag, Carnage UK's bar crawl runs across the country for profit only. Antisocial behaviour on Carnage UK bar crawls has led to it being banned by 17 student unions and numerous bars and clubs across the UK. The association with the name Carnage has had severe repercussions for Birmingham's Carnival Rag. We spoke to Matt Lamb from University of Birmingham Guild about this issue.
The first time this happened was actually just over a year ago when Carnage UK came to Birmingham for the first time, which was when we secured the exclusivity with the bars, and they tried to come back this year by flying with freshers. I think it has a very noticeable impact on Carnival Rag. Carnage UK create quite a negative image around bar crawls, and it's something they've had to deal with. But we've got a very strong positive relationship with the local bars and the venues we work with, and we've actually gained their support. And as we've been working with the bars, we've secured exclusive use of the bars with the Carnage brand.
I went on Carnival Rag's latest bar crawl to see how the society has dealt with the bad press from Carnage UK. Before the event started, I spoke to Sean from the Carnival team.
Well, the main similarity between Carnage UK and what we do at Carnival Rag is the Carnage event, the mass bar crawl. Now, the University of Birmingham actually started the Carnage bar crawls, and we're working right now, we're rebranding it, we're starting a little bit later, we've got better priced drink deals for students, and we have our amazing stewards as well, which work for the event, which I think is what really sets us apart from Carnage UK. Carnival Rag. Rag stands for Raising and Giving, so we're all about raising money and giving it to charities. We support local charities here in Birmingham, and we do bucket shakes at different events, both here in Birmingham and across the country. We have events such as Enigma Mystery Bus Tours, Carnage, Hitchhike. We went to Amsterdam last year. We do loads of different stuff to try and earn as much money as possible for charities.
On the night alone, Carnival Rag raised £4,500 for charity, clearly showing that all their efforts have paid off. I also spoke to students on the bar crawl about what they think about Carnival Rag.
By getting involved in Carnival, I'm able to do things that are a bit different, get involved in stuff that's crazy and big and out there, and you know, I just love it, to be honest with you.
We love Carnival Rag!
Having spent tonight speaking to students at Birmingham's latest Carnival Rag, I've realised just how much fun you can have raising money for charity. Despite the society's bad press in the past few months, Birmingham remains dedicated to raising thousands of pounds for charities across the country. This is Sarah Forward reporting for GTV. I'm off to go and join in the fun.
We've almost reached the end of our very special 2010 edition of Gossip. But as always, we're going to pass over to our sports correspondent, Emma Houghton, for the sports updates from this year.
In the sports season 2009-2010, the University of Birmingham came third place in the British Universities and College Sports League. This is a fantastic achievement for us, considering we received less sports funding than both Leeds Met and Loughborough, who topped the table this year. The University of Birmingham's athletics team and cross-country club also did well in 2010. Our men came second in cross-country, but first in the road relays held here at the University of Birmingham. The squash championships were also held at the University of Birmingham. The women and men's teams performed well in the team championships, gaining second and third place respectively. Another team certainly worth a mention is the University of Birmingham cycling team. They won Development Club of the Year 2010, and it's so easy to see why, as individual women's cyclists came first, second and third in the Bucks Champions this year. It's also been a tremendous year for the University of Birmingham's American football team, the Lions. With a 41-0 victory against Leeds Met and a 31-0 victory against Nottingham Trent University, we're smashing it.
So that's all we have time for here on Gossip. We hope you enjoyed reliving the major headlines of 2010.
Don't forget, we'll be back next year with the groundbreaking stories from 2011. Until then, goodbye from us at Birmingham University.